is a picture of Olga Korbut, commonly recognized perhaps as the #1 female gymnast in the world today. However, in reality, Nadia Comaneci of Romania, based on performance, is the #1 female gymnast in the world today. Olga and Nadia have never met. However, they will meet head-on in the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. For a comparison of the two, Kathy Rigby and Gordon Maddox.
Okay, Warner, in this corner, 4'11", 86 pounds from Onesti, Romania, the challenger Nadia Comaneci.
And in the other corner, also 4'11", 86 pounds from Grodno, Belorussia in the Soviet Union, the defending queen, Olga Korbut. Let's take a look at them event by event. Involving contrary to accepted technique, Olga comes into the horse very high and leaves the horse relatively low. But the nature of the fast, twisting vault literally dazzles the judges and allows Olga to get away with a very low vault. Now watch how low she remains coming off that horse. It's new, it's spectacular, but it's not perfected.
That's right, and she doesn't have much time to play around with it. Montreal is much too close. Now, Nadia's vault has been done before. It's called a Sukahara. But she probably does it better than the man who invented it. Now, she has a very powerful run, gets a lot of height off the board, tremendous amount of punch. Look at the height right there.
Kathy, it's the strongest vault I've ever seen.
It sure is, and a great landing, no steps.
Now, this is the event that catapulted Olga into fame, and yet here, she has never won a championship. Her routine is original, it's spectacular, but really doesn't require a great deal of athletic precision. She doesn't twist, she doesn't shoot to handstands, she doesn't have particular strength. She just brings down the house.
Now, both gymnasts have spectacular and original moves, but Korbut's stunts, once the timing is learned, are easily repeated with a lot less risk. On the other hand, Comaneci's move, in addition to the timing necessary, have a higher risk factor because the tremendous strength involved. Now, most people think that, just because a move is spectacular, that it's difficult. Well, that may be true some of the time, but not necessarily so.
Well, she's so good, Kathy, that I believe that she could repeat this routine 100 times in a row.
I think I've seen her do it. She does 42 chin-ups in a row.
Incredible. In this event, floor exercise, Olga is almost totally showbiz. Again, she doesn't do any twisting, tumbling. In fact, she doesn't do anything particularly difficult. But her theatricality places the audience, well, and the judges right where she wants them, in the palm of her hand.
That's right. Nadia has not had any formal ballet training, but she does choreograph a routine to her own dance abilities. Now, nobody can possibly beat her in the tumbling area, though.
Kathy, at this moment in Munich, the world was hers. Do you think Nadia will profit from Olga's style?
I think she's working on it. In 1972, Olga was the new upcoming pixie. That style won't be sufficient this time. Nadia is now the underdog.
Well, here's Olga working on the audience. In fact, this is right at Madison Square Garden 3 years ago, where she performed before the largest crowd to ever view gymnastics in the Western Hemisphere. And this lady can really manipulate the audience.
I think you see a little bit of Olga here. Nadia is learning also the crowd does influence the score.
Kathy, the balance beam is the one event where Olga legitimately won a gold medal with perhaps the truly most difficult elements in the Olympic Games. This backs Summy into an immediate front off.
Now let's take a look at Nadia on the balance beam. The site, she in Norway. The event, the 1975 European Championships. The commentators, Bud Palmer and Kathy Rigby. This great moment in the world of sports brought to you by the St. Regis Paper Company.
She has absolutely no pressure, it looks like, on her right now. She looks like she's just breezing through this.
Instead of the pressure of winning the European all-around at 13.5 years old, it looks like practice.
Oh, I know. Just watching her in practice before, she's doing the same thing here. I think she's out to grab that championship.
I just don't understand how a 13.5-year-old can have such poise.
Well, at this point, she has everything to gain and nothing to lose. Now, coming up, she has a tumbling move that is very blind. You cannot see where you're going at this point. She does a extremely well. She's working just like a real champ right here.
That 4-inch wide beam looks like a sidewalk the way she works it.
A double twist. Unbelievable.
Before we go to it, let's take a look at what happened earlier.